What is going on, brothers? It's Mgtow, you know the name. Got a video for you. As you're entitled, Autopilot. Here goes. So I don't think I've ever really covered this in a video before, so I figured now's a good time to do so, so check this out. One of the main reasons why this Mgtow philosophy is on autopilot, and it's been on autopilot for over a decade, is because enough men and even boys are not blind to the fact that the society that they live in is woefully against them. They're not blind to that fact. They're not blind to the fact that when they go to school and some femcel masquerading as a teacher gets to vilifying men, these same boys have to sit up here and apologize for their existence. They're not blind to that. This Mgtow philosophy is on autopilot because these femcels saw to the destruction of the nuclear family. They got their wish. They got behind policies that would hamstring men and artificially prop up women. Men saw this, they learned, adjusted, and adapted. This Mgtow philosophy is on autopilot because these trollops turned divorce into a $50 billion monstrosity. They turned the divorce industry into a $50 billion monstrosity. And they never paid for that. You see, it was all fun and games when these men were getting taken to the cleaners, when they were being plunged into subhuman poverty, when they ate hot brass because they could not get out of the situation that they were in. And these trollops mocked them and clowned them for it. Why do you think they had divorce parties? You see, the destruction of the nuclear family and these trollops get behind all these policies that hamstring men, that was all premeditated. They can't come into this space and say, well, we were sold a lie, we were brainwashed. No, you weren't sold a lie. These trollops were not sold a lie, they chose the lie. It's no different than back in the Garden of Eden. The serpent beguiled Eve. She chose to listen to the serpent instead of listening to Adam. And today is no different. These trollops chose the machinery of the state over their husbands and over the nuclear family. And as a result, the nuclear family's been destroyed. Linda Gordon got her wish. Men saw this. They learned, adjusted, and adapted. Another reason why this Mgtow philosophy is on autopilot is because being a bachelor is more affordable than getting hitched and having kids. I mean, it costs over $250,000 to raise a child in this civilization we live in. A lot of young men have seen this and they feel that it all fails to cost-benefit analysis, so they said, fuck it, let's go for broke. And now we're in a situation that we are right now. Men are not getting married because women will not stay married. And we have a surplus of bachelors. And make no mistake, brothers, this right here is nothing new. This right here is history repeating itself. You hear me? This is history repeating itself. In a bygone era, when we had a surplus of bachelors, the conservatives and the pastors and these trollops had nothing but contempt for young men who chose to ride solo. At one point, they called these young men bachelor simps, and even called them rogue elephants. If you brothers have watched nature, if you brothers watch nature shows like National Geographic's You know what rogue elephants typically do? They wreak havoc. They wreak havoc. But the thing is, these young men who weren't hitched, they weren't wreaking havoc, they were just enjoying their life. But in the twisted little minds of these conservatives, these trollops, if you were not getting married, if you weren't searching for a wife, then somehow you were evil incarnate. Today's no different. You see, these trollops saw to the destruction of the nuclear family. They made marriage, dating relationships 100% transactional. But if you're not looking for these trollops, if you're not obsessing over them, then somehow you're evil incarnate. Young men saw this, and they learned, adjusted, and adapted. And that's why this philosophy, this lifestyle is on autopilot. Hell, I think one of the intellectuals in this space said a few years ago that a man can survive off a tenth of what a family of four is making. I mean, the benefits are greater if you close your wallet and go your own way. The benefits are greater than what these trollops can give us. And right now, a lot of them are angry because just men in general, even young men, are just ignoring them. And I'm okay with that. And I want to say this. This philosophy is on autopilot, and even if they shift gears into censorship, it will remain on autopilot. Because these trollops, the machinery of the state, and these career criminals and scumbags in our media do not have the ear of men and boys anymore. They disenfranchised 4 generations of men. These men and these boys saw their friends and relatives get dropped into the meat grinder. Some of them saw their fathers get plunged into subhuman poverty. They were weaponized against their fathers, and when they reached adulthood, it made them angry. It made them depressed. And they made the free will decision to close their wallet and walk off the plantation. Now, a lot of brothers have gone off the grid. I wouldn't know because some of them are my customers. But yeah, this Mgtow philosophy is an autopilot. And for you brothers out there who are taking the red pill going your own way, more power to you. If you brothers are in a situation that I'm in where you're trying to get to the next stage of Mgtow, which is Mgtow, men generating their own wealth, more power to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Nothing stops this lifestyle. Nothing stops this philosophy. The same goes with SYSBM. And the same goes for any other group of bachelors who are enjoying their lives trollop-free, drama-free. That is, no student loan debt, no credit card debt, no child support, no alimony, no problems. I'm in that situation because I chose to focus on bettering myself, for myself. Autopilot. Nothing stops this philosophy. Nothing. Not even the devious chameleons and these pathological lying rank opportunists who rip off our talking points and try to pretend to be on the opposite side of all our arguments. You see, the truth is, these individuals, they think that anti-feminism is the new feminism. You see, they're doing this because they want a soft landing. They're doing this because 50% of the male population does not even interact with women anymore. That's why they're doing this. But by the look of things, it's going to fail. You hear me? It's going to fail. You brothers out there, stay safe, stay vigilant during these perilous times. This is L.O.M. Mgtow. That's all I got for you. If you like the video, let's see you in the commentary. Feel free to subscribe. If you're doing, visit my channel. You'll find the Cash App tip jar on the upper right inside the screen next to your plus icon. All right, fam. All right, brethren. You know it's real. Your routine. Go away, live on SYSBM. As for these femcells, these spinsters, these male hyenas, and those out there who would hinder your progress or try to get you to come back to the plantation, give them nothing. This has been Mgtow PSA. More tight. See you soon.